Hey everyone, and welcome to the full movie, Operation Double Jeopardy. This is all 3 parts cut together with brand new editing. I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe for more, and without further ado, here we go.
Gentlemen, welcome back. Have a seat. Iran still refuses to sign a peace agreement. Our CIA sources conclude they still have a weapons factory operational, one that could be capable of producing nuclear weapons. It's buried deep in the Gulf of Hormuz, and well defended, but tonight, we're going to strike it. It's over a 400-mile round trip to the strike zone and back. You will need to refuel before departing friendly airspace. We will have a safe corridor set up with barcap from F-14 groups as well as F-15 fighters from the Air Force. Make your refueling quick so others may get a drink before we depart for the strike zone. Be wary of enemy fighters from the north. We do not know how many fighters they have left. Inside the strike zone, it's a hard deck of 20,000 feet. Stay above danger this time. We have several groups targeting defenses as well as the main HQ. Make your bombs count. Any questions? Good luck, gentlemen. As always, Godspeed.
Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new custom DCS campaign. Sit back and relax. I'll fill you more in once we're in the air. Thanks for watching. Alright everyone, welcome back to part 1 of Operation Double Jeopardy. Once again playing as US Navy forces here. We're taking a look at some of our allies taking off here as well. We're going to be striking the Iranians in the Gulf of Hormuz once again. We've got quite a large package planned for us today. We'll be flying the F-18 once again. We're going to be dropping 2,000-pound JDAMs on a suspected weapons facility. This mission is also over 400 miles of flight. It involves a night air-to-air refueling, as well as some very serious fuel conservation. So sit back, relax, and thanks for watching. Alright everyone, we've reached the staging area. We're going to loiter here for a bit while the tankers get set up and get to refilling everybody. We have quite a lot of aircraft in the area. We're going to have to make sure we don't collide with anyone else who's also coming up here to stage and get some gas. And once we have our gas, we're going to then be able to proceed to the target area. So just hang tight one moment here while we loiter and wait for the tankers to get set up. Here we go. Alright everyone, that's a pretty clean air-to-air refueling complete. We're going to move on to the target area. We're going to catch up with our strike package. Here we go. Just a quick update, guys. As you can see, peeking through the NVGs there in the bottom, we're linked up with our strike package at the back. We have the seed and deed packages out in front of us, sweeping the way. And we have other strikes being conducted across the region as well. Sit back, enjoy. All right, everyone, we're approaching the target area here. We've got our JDAM selected and lined up. Got one JDAM for the command post on the right there and one JDAM for the barracks on the left. We're going to fly in nice and smooth here. We've got an auto loft release. Here we go. Alright, all the Allied strikes are finishing up. We're back into Allied airspace. We can turn our lights back on. Still conserving fuel on the way back home. And we're also going to have to divert to an airfield instead of landing at the carrier. We did not have enough fuel to make it back to the carrier today. I think Thanks for watching the end of the video. Alright everyone, just a quick update. We're approaching the airfield here. We're going to radio in. Still very easy on the throttle, just sipping gas as little as possible, because it looks like we're going to run very low here. Stick around for a nighttime landing at the airfield. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe for more content. We're going to have part 2 of Operation Double Jeopardy coming very soon. Thanks for watching.
Everyone, welcome back from last night. Our strike was extremely successful. The weapons factory is a smoking ruin. We did not lose a single aircraft. Well done. We need to turn our attention to the Iranian oil trade. Just now, We received word that 2 Iranian shadow tankers are expected to try and pick up oil from their offshore rigs in the eastern Gulf of Hormuz. We have warned them to not attempt to collect, but our spies indicate the 2 tankers launched with armed escorts. ETA 0800 hours. We have no choice but to respond with force. Several strike packages are lined up to strike both the rigs and the tankers. We need to at least scare them off. Killing all targets is not mission critical. We do not expect much resistance at this point. The Iranian Air Force is in shambles. They have very little to hit back with. Any questions? Good luck, gentlemen. Godspeed.
Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to part 2 of Operation Double Jeopardy. We're still in the Gulf of Hormuz, striking Iranian forces. Today we're conducting a ship strike. We're striking Iranian oil tankers making their way to collect valuable oil in the Gulf. The US government has warned them to not make the collection today, but they have decided to proceed with an armed escort. Hope you enjoy the video. Please subscribe for more, and here we go. Taking a look at some of the friendly forces we have today flying with us. We have quite a big strike package lined up to strike both the oil platforms and the tankers. Lots of escorts involved as well, just to make sure that we don't get harassed. If you guys like this style of content, please like the video and please subscribe for more. We'll be coming with more custom DCS campaigns in the future as well. And right here we're just going to be linking up with the rest of our package, linking up with our escorts so we can proceed to the strike area. Alright everyone, 60 miles to targets. We've got them lined up on the radar. We're going to pull them up on the FLIR so we can visually identify. And then we're going to launch. Here we go. Only one of the tankers went down, guys, but that's okay. The Iranians will still be scared off, and we still have other strikes lined up on the stationary platforms as well. Stick around for those. Thanks for watching the whole video, and stick around for a Case 1 recovery like we just covered in the DCS Every Click video. If you guys haven't seen that yet, go check it out, the DCS Every Click series, where we just covered a Case 1 recovery. Here we go. Guys, I thought we were going to hit that parked jet, but we didn't, and we made the deck as well. That's a pretty hilarious landing. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Gentlemen, this is it. This is the final mission in this campaign. Even after all of our strikes over the past 2 operations, Iran somehow still refuses to back down. We have to strike them so hard, they finally agree to back down. We have all forces on standby. Air Force, Marine, and Navy aircraft are all cooperating to make this mission count. We have F-15 escorts, F-16 SEAD and DEED, and F-18 escorts and ground strikers available for tasking. We need the airfield runway at Bandar Abbas disabled, but be wary of any launching aircraft. As soon as they see a raid inbound, they will desperately try to get any remaining aircraft into the air. At 1900 hours, the first of 12 packages will launch. As usual, Barcap will start with a pair of F-14 out of CVN-73. Keep your wits about you and your eyes sharp. Any questions? Good luck, gentlemen. Godspeed.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This is Operation Double Jeopardy, Part 3. We're going to be striking the Iranians once again, just like they are in real life right now. Hope you enjoy the video. Please subscribe for more. And without further ado, here we go. Alright everyone, as you can see, quite a large strike package today. We're getting it all linked up perfectly. We're flying in formation. We've got our F-15 escorts. We've got our F-16 Seed. Our F-18 wingman here as well. I mean, we've got a ton of aircraft in the sky. It's over 50 aircraft in this mission once again. Hope you all appreciate the effort that goes into making these. Please like the video if you like this style of content in these large campaigns. And I'm pulling up here the target on our radar on the right here on our FLIR pod, about 40 miles out. We're going to start arming our Mavericks, make sure everything's ready to go. And then we're going to come in and we're going to try and target those aircraft on the runway with our Mavericks. Alright everyone, 15 miles to target, master arm is on. We're preparing our pop-up strike. We're going to enter the airspace low and then pop up so their radars don't see us. We're going to try and keep as low altitude as possible when passing over the airfield itself, just because we want to be extra safe. And of course we're going to have our hand on our flares. Here we go. Alright guys, successful strike. It's time to return to base. We have plenty of fuel to make it back to the carrier. Thanks for watching. Alright everyone, I appreciate you sticking around to the end of the video. We do have a Case 3 recovery today. We're going to be performing a Case 3 landing. We use these during the nighttime and when visibility is quite low. It involves a straight and narrow track into the back of the carrier. We're going to go nice and slow and make sure that we have plenty of time to get our airspeed right, get our AOA right. All the things that we talked about in the Case 1 recovery still apply as far as getting our trim on speed and as far as bringing the carrier landing to a close itself. We're just going to start the track a lot farther back and take our time. I'll demonstrate it as follows. Here we go. Thank you everyone so much for watching. This is the end of Operation Double Jeopardy. We have completed this campaign. The Iranians are left with no defenses, no aircraft, and no way to continue the war. We'll be starting a brand new custom DCS campaign in the future, so stay tuned for that. Also stay tuned for more Every Click tutorials coming soon. And thank you for watching.